Behind the grand walls of Buckingham Palace lie not only the crown jewels, but secrets capable of shaking the very foundations of the world's most famous dynasty. Few know that some of the most exquisite gems in the British crown became the cause of silent wars that lasted for decades. But before we begin, don't forget to write your city in the comments. We're curious to know where our viewers live. Subscribe and hit the like button. It helps our channel grow. When we admire the sparkle of diamonds around Her Majesty's neck or the emeralds worn by the Princess of Wales, we see only the outer magnificence. But behind every glimmer of precious stones lies a story of jealousy, hurt feelings, and struggles for power, where the stakes were not just jewelry, but the very right to call oneself part of the royal family. 7 necklaces, 7 stories that still send shivers through the royal chambers. Jewels that made sisters stop speaking to each other, mothers refused to share treasures with their queen daughters, and daughters-in-law declare silent war on the memory of departed princesses. What makes members of the planet's most influential family fight for the right to wear a particular necklace? Why were some gems considered so sacred that even the reigning queen dared not touch them? And how could a simple decision to wear one piece of jewelry change destinies and relationships for years to come? These stories have never been told so openly before. Behind the facade of perfect royal etiquette, real passions boiled, and the most exquisite jewelry masterpieces became weapons in family battles, where every gesture had meaning and every choice of jewelry carried deep subtext. But the real secret of these treasures lies not in their cost or beauty. It lies in how they reveal the true nature of power, where even queens must fight for their place in the sun. Among all the royal jewels, there exists one necklace that Elizabeth II guarded like the apple of her eye for more than 70 years. The Nizam of Hyderabad, a Cartier masterpiece gifted to the young princess for her wedding in 1947, became not just jewelry, but a symbol of her personal power and untouchability. Behind this decision lay a deeply personal story. When 18-year-old Elizabeth chose her own wedding gift from the Nizam's treasury, she didn't yet know that this necklace would become her secret talisman on the path to the throne. Rose-cut diamonds and emeralds, skillfully intertwined in platinum settings, seemed to predict her destiny. They shimmered with the cold light of power she would have to carry. But the real secret lay in the future queen's intuitive sense of this jewelry's special energy. Few knew that she refused the right to wear it even to her dearly beloved sister, Princess Margaret. When the younger princess gently hinted at the possibility of borrowing the necklace for particularly grand occasions, Her Majesty invariably found polite but categorical refusals. Decades passed, and the Nizam necklace remained the exclusive privilege of the queen. Even Princess Diana, despite her mother-in-law's love for her, never saw this treasure around her neck. This choice was no accident. It was a silent statement that some symbols of power cannot be shared. And then something unexpected happened. In 2014, just 3 years after her wedding, Catherine, Princess of Wales, appeared at the portrait gallery wearing that very necklace which had been considered untouchable for 7 decades. The world froze in amazement. What made the queen break her own iron rule? Behind the outward calm of the royal chambers unfolded a completely different story. Courtiers whispered about whether this decision had been too hasty. Didn't the memory of Princess Margaret, who had been denied this honor, deserve greater respect? However, this gesture held deeper meaning. By giving her most precious necklace to Catherine, Queen Elizabeth was making a statement about the future of the monarchy. Queen Mary's pearl necklace held power capable of destroying a reputation in a single night. When this magnificent creation, alternating colossal diamonds and flawless pearls, passed to Princess Margaret, no one could suppose that it would become a symbol of her rebellion against royal traditions. Few knew the truth about how this family masterpiece transformed from sacred relic to scandal subject. Princess Margaret, known for her independent spirit and passion for glamour, saw in jewelry not only status symbols, but also means of self-expression. For her, gems were an extension of her bright, rebellious personality. But the real drama unfolded behind the scenes of royal protocol. Every time the princess appeared at private parties, society gatherings, and even ordinary public events wearing great-grandmother's necklace, courtiers shuddered. What made her treat so carelessly a legacy that previous generations of royals wore only for coronations and state ceremonies? Behind this decision lay a philosophy that fundamentally differed from her elder sister's views. While Queen Elizabeth II regarded every piece of jewelry as a sacred symbol of duty and continuity, Margaret saw them as a living part of modernity. For her, gems should not gather dust in safes, they should shine and delight. This moment changed all ideas about how the royal family should handle its heritage. Courtiers whispered that the princess was turning a historical treasure into an ordinary fashion accessory. The old guard was outraged. Did the memory of Queen Mary, who wore this necklace like a crown, mean nothing? However, behind the scenes unfolded a completely different story. Every appearance of Margaret in the necklace was an act of quiet protest against a world where she would forever remain second. In the sparkle of pearls and diamonds could be read a message: I too am a princess, and I have the right to beauty. And then something happened that shook the foundations of royal etiquette. On a cold March evening in 1985 in Melbourne, an event occurred that forever changed relations between Queen Elizabeth and Princess Diana. What began as a gesture of goodwill turned into a symbol of an unbridgeable gulf between tradition and modernity. The emerald and diamond Delhi Durbar choker had rested in the royal treasury for 70 years, as if awaiting its moment. When Her Majesty decided to entrust it to her young daughter-in-law, behind this gesture lay deep symbolism. She was giving Diana a piece of royal history, hoping the princess would become a worthy keeper of traditions. Few knew that this emerald masterpiece was created specifically to celebrate the coronation of King Edward VII as Emperor of India. Every stone in its setting carried the memory of the British Empire's greatness. For the Queen, this necklace was not just jewelry, it embodied the very essence of monarchy. But the real drama began at that fateful ball in Melbourne. When Princess Diana realized that the massive choker wouldn't fit through her hairstyle, she made a decision that shocked the entire world. Wrapping the necklace around her head like a tiara, she continued dancing with Prince Charles, not suspecting that this spontaneous gesture would become a symbol of revolution in royal style. Behind the public and press's outward delight lay turbulent emotions in Buckingham Palace. What made the Queen, known for her composure, express open displeasure? The issue wasn't the jewelry itself. It was about principles that had shaped the British monarchy for centuries. This choice stunned the fashion world, but the reason for Her Majesty's anger ran deeper than aesthetic considerations. In Diana's actions, she saw disrespect for the memory of Queen Mary, who had bequeathed this necklace as a symbol of unshakable tradition. Turning a sacred artifact into a fashion experiment seemed like sacrilege to her. And then something unexpected happened. That single evening in Melbourne determined the entire future of relations between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. In the Queen Mother's treasury lay a necklace that could drive any jeweler mad. The Greville diamond festoon necklace, 5 rows of shimmering platinum plates with stones created by Cartier itself in 1929, was the crown of her personal collection. But behind its dazzling beauty lay a story of maternal cruelty that shocked even experienced courtiers. Few knew the truth about how this treasure became the source of silent war between mother and daughters. The Queen Mother treated the Greville necklace with such possessive jealousy that she refused its wearing even to her own children. What made a woman famous for her kindness be so ruthless to her closest people? Behind this decision lay a deep philosophy of power. For the Queen Mother, the Greville jewelry was not just gems. They symbolized her personal independence in a world where her every step was controlled by protocol. These necklaces belonged personally to her, and no one, not even her crowned daughter, could encroach on her right to manage them. Princess Margaret suffered most of all. Her passion for luxurious jewelry was legendary, and the diamond festoon necklace would have perfectly suited her grandiose style. Representing the crown on international tours in the 60s and 70s, she could have outshone any Hollywood star in this masterpiece, but each of her requests shattered against the iron wall of maternal refusal. This moment changed all ideas about family hierarchy in the royal house. Even when Margaret begged to borrow the necklace for particularly important state visits, the Queen Mother was unyielding. "Some treasures are meant only for future queens," she repeated like an incantation. However, behind the scenes unfolded a completely different story. The Queen Mother perfectly understood that her days were numbered, and every worn necklace brought closer the moment when she would have to part forever with this beauty. Perhaps her refusals were a way to prolong her own youth, to hold on to at least a piece of former magnificence. And then something happened that turned family drama into real tragedy. There existed one necklace so powerful in the Queen Mother's eyes that even her daughter, the reigning Queen of Great Britain, dared not approach it. The Greville Emerald necklace became a symbol of power that exceeded the crown itself, and a story about how maternal will could oppose royal decree. Behind this decision lay a drama that shook the foundations of royal hierarchy. When in 1952 Princess Elizabeth became queen, the entire world expected all family jewels to automatically pass into her control. Such was tradition, but the Queen Mother decided to rewrite the rules of the game. Few knew about those tense conversations that took place in the closed chambers of Clarence House. When the new queen delicately hinted at the possibility of using the emerald necklace for state receptions, her mother responded with iron firmness. "Dear, some treasures must remain where they belong." What made a woman raised in the spirit of absolute submission to the monarch openly oppose her own daughter queen? Behind the outward calm lay deep psychological struggle. The Queen Mother clung to her emeralds as the last bastion of her own significance in a world where her role was rapidly diminishing. This moment changed all ideas about where maternal power ends and royal power begins. 50 years, half a century. The reigning Queen of Great Britain could not wear a necklace that by all laws should have belonged to the crown. Was this coincidence or a coldly calculated strategy? And then something symbolic happened. In 2019, 17 years after the Queen Mother's passing, Her Majesty appeared at a diplomatic reception at Buckingham Palace wearing an emerald necklace. But this was different jewelry, as if the Queen wanted to show she had long stopped needing maternal treasures. Behind this gesture could be read a message full of hidden pain and dignity. I forgave, but did not forget. However, the most painful chapter of this story was yet to come. In 2022, an event occurred that split public opinion and again ignited passions around Princess Diana's memory. When Queen Camilla appeared at an official reception wearing a brooch in which connoisseurs of royal jewels recognized a redesigned pendant to Princess Diana's, the world froze in bewilderment and outrage. Few knew the history of this emerald and diamond masterpiece, which was originally a wedding gift from Queen Alexandra in 1863. When the Queen Mother presented it to Princess Diana as a wedding gift in 1981, behind this gesture lay deep symbolism, passing the baton from one legendary beauty to another. Diana wore this pendant as a talisman during the most significant moments of her royal life. Particularly memorable was her appearance at the Vienna State Opera in 1986. The emeralds on her neck shone as brightly as her smile that conquered the entire world. What made this symbol of love and hope turn into a source of new scandal? Behind this decision lay a story that shocked even reserved Britons. When it became known that Queen Camilla had not only worn Diana's jewelry but had decided to radically redesign it, turning it into a brooch, the reaction was immediate and furious. Didn't the new queen have her own gems that she had to encroach on the people's princess's memory? This choice stunned the world, but the reason was deeper than a simple fashion decision. Critics saw in this gesture an attempt to erase Diana's trace from royal history, symbolically appropriate her legacy. Camilla's defenders claimed she was merely continuing the tradition of modernizing old jewelry. And then something unexpected happened. This seemingly insignificant fashion choice became the last straw in years of confrontation between Diana's memory and the reality of the new royal family. Behind palace doors, passions flared that continue to this day. In the depths of royal archives still lie documents capable of overturning ideas about who really owns the treasures of the British crown. Queen Alexandra's wedding necklace, a diamond and pearl masterpiece gifted to her in 1863 for her marriage to future King Edward VII, became a symbol of eternal dispute between family traditions and state interests. Few knew the truth that this luxurious piece of jewelry spawned discussions that have not quieted in royal chambers for more than a century and a half. What makes descendants argue over gems that seemingly should have long ago found their place in royal hierarchy? Behind this conflict lies a fundamental question about the nature of royal property. When a princess receives jewelry as a wedding gift, does it automatically become part of state patrimony, or does it remain a personal family relic? Where is the boundary between private inheritance and national treasure? This moment changed all ideas about how modern monarchy should function. Some family members sincerely believed that Alexandra's wedding necklace rightfully belonged to the direct line of succession, from queen to queen. Others, no less passionately, defended the view that a gift made to a specific princess should pass to her blood descendants. Behind the outward calm of royal protocol unfolded real legal and ethical drama. Every decision about who would wear this necklace to the next official reception became an act capable of influencing the future of the entire system of royal inheritance. And here we come to the most important revelation of this story. All these disputes, all family dramas, and quiet wars over gems reveal a deep truth about the British monarchy. Even in a world of boundless luxury and power, human passions remain unchanged. Behind the sparkle of every diamond lies a living story about love and jealousy, about pride and humiliation, about the desire to be accepted and the fear of being forgotten. These 7 necklaces are not just jewelry. They are a mirror of the human soul, reflecting all the complexities of family relationships, where every gesture has meaning and every gem carries the memory of generations. Perhaps this is exactly why royal jewelry continues to fascinate us. In their brilliance, we see not only beauty, but also eternal human drama, the struggle for a place in the sun, for the right to be heard, for the power to leave one's mark on history.